Good morning everyone and welcome back to our Holt extension. Good afternoon everyone, it's only just the afternoon, isn't it? Alright, so what we've been doing this morning is we've worked out the solution for this bit of wall because it's supporting these floor joists and various things that are going on there. So we're going to be putting a steel pillar in there to support all that kind of stuff. So this morning has been spent working that out, taking this wall out so that we can get our straight run for the stud work. So that's what I'll be doing this afternoon, is I'll be getting all this stud work in. We've got a doorway going somewhere in here. We need to finalise that according to the plans. But yeah, got an afternoon of stud work ahead of us. Should be good.
So that's our stud walling done. So our corridor made up. So we've we've studded this up. We've studded that doorway there up as well. Made our corridor, as it's just finishing off there. So we've made our corridor down to here. So what we need to do tomorrow is we need to knock a doorway through here. And then we're going to knock a doorway through here as well, get some lintels in, and let me get back under. No, the weather out there is grim. Bit of dubstep for studying. So the weather out there is grim, so we've not been able to do any bricklaying today. But tomorrow and Friday is absolutely fine weather. So while the lads are inside, I'm going to be outside doing the brick work. I'm hoping to get the brickwork all the way around up to lintel height, because once I've done that, I can get the scaffolding in, and then we can get the last course of block over the top, and we can start thinking about the roof and getting ready for the roofing of that extension. So one other thing that we're going to do, because we've still got a couple of hours left today, is we're going to start framing this area out here. Now we need to put a doorway in there for the customer, because this area is eventually going to be boarded out and it's going to be used for storage. So we still need access into this loft space here. So tomorrow, when Matt's here, I'm going to get him in. He's going to get rid of that hornet's nest, and then we can make a start on the inside work in there as well. But for the time being, what we're going to do is we're just going to get a little bit of stud work, maybe just for frame around, and then we can call it a day for today. Good morning. We are back at Holt, and what we're going to do is some internals and some bricklaying outside. So I'll flip you around, I'll show you what we're going to do internally, what Matt's going to do internally, and then I'll take you outside. I'll show you what the plan for me for the day is. So if you remember, we got our corridors built up, our corridor stud work in, we got that door blocked in, we got that door blocked in there. Goal for today is to take this out, so we've got to put a lintel in here. Now it's going to be quite awkward because we've got this piece of timber which is going to be secured to this wall, which is exactly where we want to put our lintel. So what we're going to do is we're going to knock a couple of these bricks out here, and we're going to see whether or not with an acro up here obviously supporting this lot. We're going to see whether or not it's going to be safe to take these out, whether it's going to be structurally sound to take these bricks above this course out, because if we can, then we'll put our lintel in there. That way we can get as high as possible for the customer. And then we've got the same, because this is a 9-inch wall, we've got the same on the other side to do as well. Once that's done, we're going to be taking this out. So we've got all our acros with us, which is down there. We're going to be taking this wall out and supporting that kind of corner there. And then if we do get to it, we have also got a doorway to knock out here as well. So this will be the corridor leading through the entire, this will be the spine of the building basically. And then the door into the new bedroom is going to be right there. Anyway, bricklaying wise, switch my mixer back on. Bricklaying wise, what I'm going to be doing today is, I'll finish that corner. Then I'm going to come around here and I'm going to get this corner built up. I'm going to get a couple more courses on this pillar built up. I've brought some wall ties with me this time, so we are actually good to go with getting that up. And then we're going to run this in, and we're going to run that in as well. Once we've done that, we'll then come around here, we'll get that corner up, and we'll run this in here. I mean, hopefully by end of day today we will be at least just over halfway up on the externals. So we'll get some time lapses set up, we'll watch some bricklaying, and then we'll get inside and we'll do some filming of the internals that Matt's doing as well. Right, that's that done. So we've got this elevation up to window height now. What we're going to do next is we're going to get some of this pillar up, and then we'll come around here and we'll start running some of this in. Okay, so we've got 7 courses up in this pillar, and I just want to explain something. So this pillar is kind of standalone until we get to lintel height, where it will join with that. Now then, because we're ending up having to use cut bricks because of the size of the pillar, what I've gone for is what we call a broken bond. So basically, randomized pattern of bricks, i.e. where the perp joints sit. So if you have a look here, we've got kind of a rustic stretcher bond where you've got brick, 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 brick. So a perp joint always sits about halfway with these. It's a bit difficult because some of these bricks, with them being reclaimed, are just a little bit bigger than others. Some are 10 mils bigger, some are 15, some are 5, you know, so you do the best you can, really. So what I've done with this, because it is a standalone pillar, I've decided that to give it a bit of authenticity, I'm going to, or I have broken the bond on this. But what I'm going to do is, when I get to the top of a pillar, where the lintel will sit on top of, the brickwork is going to continue running across. So when I get to that top one, I'm going to make sure that the bond is where it needs to be, so then it all blends in the end.
Good morning and welcome back to our Holt extension. It is Friday today, so hopefully we'll have a productive day. Matt and I are going to be investigating and dealing with this wall here, so we can see what needs to be done to support all these various floor joists, and hopefully remove this wall, or possibly end up with just a pillar in this corner. So the first thing is we're going to be placing some acros around with some timbers to support everything. We've got to take this section of ceiling down and investigate what's going on with there, because it's hard to see but the floor continues over that way. So yeah, we've got a bit of setup to do, a bit of investigating, and then we'll start taking the wall out.
Good morning, welcome to another day on site. We are going to be doing some bricklaying today, as we have been doing for the last few weeks. I'll spin you around, I'll show you what we're going to be up to, and then let's get some work done. So we're going to hopefully get this elevation here up to lintel height this morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that corner built up to lintel height, which is where the block is. We'll then lift that corner up a little bit, and then we'll run through. And then once I've done that, we'll come round to the end elevation here. So if I can get some of the gable up at least, then I can finish off the internal side, and once that's done and up to height, pad stone on top, and then we can get our ridge across. Now, because we're using timber, we've got some big old timbers, we've got some 9x2s, and what we're going to do is we're going to scarf joint the timbers about halfway, and then I also have to take that off, as in the roofing structure there, and I need to lift that gable up a little bit, because we are going to pinch a little bit more height by running the ridge about 6 inches above the top of the existing mini gable there. So we're up to lintel height here now, and if I show you this course here butts up to, let me grab my level, this course here butts up to about there. Okay, so we're going to be coming past the window here. However, there is a door going on here that's going to be sitting on there. So what we need to do is we need to do some remedial work to this section here, because we need to sit our lintel directly on top of this little corner of window there, because that's where our lintel is going to sit. So we are done for this section at the moment, because in order to do that properly I'm going to leave the scaffolding up, and the scaffolders are coming on Wednesday. It's now Friday. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this here and we're going to move over to there. Now the customer has asked if we can put an extra window in to mirror that one there, so we're going to do that. It's very simple. All we do is just cut out the block work there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure up for where the window's going to go, and then I'm going to build the corner for this side of the window, and then we're going to run this lot in and get this up to level. Lunchtime, and I'm blooming starving. So, had some lunch. We got this up before lunch here, so that's where the new window's going. And then we're up to lintel height on that side. We've got one more course on this side, and then we're at lintel height going across there. So for the afternoon, I'm going to go inside. And we've got the electricians here. We've got Phil and Trader James from Electrodyne here. So I'm going to go in and give them a bit of a lift inside, because we need to get the first fix finished today for the bedroom, the bathroom and the corridor, because we've got the plasterers coming in next week, and we've got the plumber in to finish his first fix early on next week as well. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to give him a hand, and then we'll crack on with the bricklaying when we come back on Monday.
Good morning everybody, and welcome back to this lovely cloudy morning on a Monday. We are back at our Holt extension. I'll give you a quick run around as to what's going to be happening today. So we've got Stu up here on his trestles. He is going to be taking this side in up to lintel height. And then you're also hoping to get onto the gable today, aren't you, Stu? Going to get the gable all built up, which will be ready for us to then put our ridge in, which is going to be sitting on top of that dormer there. So what lovely Matt is doing today is he's currently setting the scaffold up so that he can clear off some more of that roof, get the lath and the felt and all that sort of stuff off, and give us an idea of what's going on under there, so we know how to attach our new ridge. I'll just take you inside and show you what I'm going to be doing today. So my task for today is to bring this section of ceiling down. So you see there we've got this bulkhead. These were two rooms. We've obviously removed the wall, but the two ceilings in the rooms are at different heights. So I'm going to be using this timber to go across this ceiling here to bring all this down to level, and then we'll see where we're at. So yeah, I'll set the camera up and you can see how I get that done. Right, so we have Brad and Max from APS Plumbing. They're going to get a start on all their pipe work. So do you want to explain what you're doing now,
Well,
Brad?
we've got 28 primaries for underfloor heating going on the left. Then we've got hot and colds, and then we've also got flow and return for radiators. We're going to bring them all the way through the property. Got them feeding this direction to feed the new bathroom. We've also got them coming over here to connect onto the original pipework of the house. We're going to then continue them through the house in our channels that we have previously cut out, all the way down to our new extension, where our manifold is going to go on this wall next to the radiator for underfloor heating in the new extension outside. And we've got 3 new radiators going in here. We've also got 1 radiator going on this wall, and we've also got another one further down the corridor, and then we have a radiator going in this room as well for the bedroom.
So you got plenty to be getting on with today, haven't you?
Loads to be getting on with.
Right, we'll get some time lapses up, and you can watch some plumbers lay some pipe.